It's time for
The Morning BJ. Good morning, Jules.
Good morning, guys.
What do we got?
You guys know a bartender is just a pharmacist with like limited inventory.
It's true.
Very
I
don't even know if
true.
that's a joke. That's just
That's now my next bar name, the pharmacy.
the pharmacy.
Yes.
Come on in. We'll give you something for the pain.
Yes. I love it.
Thank you, Jules.
B7.9.
Oh, the Final Four.
It has been decided. Yeah. Yesterday's games were good, at least. There was a blowout game on Saturday, but yesterday's games were really good. The whole weekend's worth of games were fun. I was actually in Kansas City for part of that.
Were you?
Yeah. It wasn't too extra crazy. My wife actually talked about going, but I was like, I have no interest in any of these teams. They're not my teams. But it wasn't that expensive to actually go to a game, believe it or not. We looked up tickets.
Were they playing in Kansas City?
Yeah. Yeah. The Thursday and Friday, there were games in Kansas City.
I had no idea.
No clue.
I thought you were like going to a bar or something to watch them, and I'm like,
No. They were
it's
playing
not that expensive.
They were playing as T-Mobile, I guess now.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, T-Mobile. So they were there. Anyway, I didn't really want to spend $50 to.
That's not bad though, but it would
It was
have been
like
fun.
$25, $30 a piece. Yeah, to go watch Miami. I have no attachment to that game. You know what I mean? So anyway,
But it'll be interesting. Make sure we got our, if your bracket got busted with 64, which everybody's did, then we had our 16 bracket.
and we're going to bet most of yours is busted now.
If that one didn't work out for you either,
Yeah.
or even if it did work out for you, there's now a 4 bracket.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is pick basically 3 games.
Yeah, even if you are in the running for the others, you might as well pick this. But a 4-team bracket at BigDog979.com gives you more chances to win prizes from Indigo Sky Casino.
Well, this might help you make your picks.
3-point game. Clock ticks. That's it. The Owls of Florida Atlantic. They are headed to the Final Four. It's the final countdown. Miami, and this thing's winding down. What a comeback. It's the biggest win in Hurricane Hoops history. Miami heading to the Final Four for the first time. The final countdown. And it's over. For the first time in school history, San Diego State is going to the Final Four. Final countdown.
Dan Hurley is taking his UConn team to the 6th Final Four in the history of the Connecticut Huskies. This was a complete demolition, and there's no other team going to the Final Four than UConn.
Most people agree kids on social media are on social media way too much.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is a good way to solve it. Maybe. Or does it go too far?
Yeah.
Good way? Too far. Utah has become the very first state to ban kids from social media without their parents' approval.
Mm-hmm.
It's set to go into effect on March 1st of next year.
Mm-hmm.
The governor signed 2 bills on Thursday designed to shield kids from social media, protect their mental health. The second bill basically says companies like TikTok can't intentionally make their apps addictive.
Well, that's what they do. Yeah. I don't think Utah is going to change that, but okay.
And if they do, parents and kids basically can sue them now.
Yeah.
Opponents of the law plan to challenge them in court for violating free speech, but assuming they do go into effect, here's what it's going to look like. Everyone in Utah will have to verify their age to use social media like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.
Which it means you're just going to have a whole bunch of liars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good try.
Even with the parents' permission, kids won't be able to access social media between 10:30 and 6:30. So any under 18 accounts will be blocked from scrolling during those 8 hours.
Are we saying overnight, 10:30 p.m. to
10:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m.
Okay.
Basically, if you're under 18, somehow they're going to lock it down where you can't get on any of it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. They need sleep, I guess, instead of staying up all night doing it.
Don't know if the state should be telling us that.
I get that. Yeah.
Probably should be the parent.
I know.
But I'm saying it, yeah, they should. But, okay. Social media apps won't be allowed to show kids advertisements when they scroll. So no advertisements for anybody under 18. And they won't be able to collect user data either for anybody under the age of 18. All social media sites will have to give their parents a way to access their kids' accounts at all times.
Okay.
Utah is the first state to pass a law like this, but might not be the last.
There are others on the horizon.
At least 4 other states are looking into similar laws right now. Ohio, Minnesota, Connecticut, and Arkansas.
Oh, hey. Somebody even close to us. I don't know. I don't know how effective it would be. I mean, you can do all this. Will it even work?
Yeah.
Kids are kind of dumb, we can say, but they're actually not as dumb as you think they are. They're just going to say they're 21 or whatever the age you have to be, I guess. It doesn't matter that they're 14.
Yeah. People paying attention to what their kids are doing will be affected by it in a sense but they were already doing that job. Mm-hmm. It'll be the ones that don't, and I'm 21. Uh-huh. Okay, you're good to go. Now, if there's a way to do it on the company's end, like the advertising and all, I think that's good. But controlling when kids can use it, might be a little far. Just my thoughts.
We're talking about
it's good in theory, but I don't know if I want to go down that slippery slope of them telling me when I can and can't get on
There's a lot
my
of things.
phone app.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that we've said kids can't do over the years, and, I mean, that's always worked. No kid has ever drank or snuck out of their house or any of that sort of stuff, right?
So, look for it. Arkansas might be putting this into effect, so be close to us. Utah's the first.
I can't imagine this actually working. There's no way.
Crazy talk is what it is. When they pull somebody over.
I'm sure they have, yeah. And
they've probably seen some very Oscar-worthy performances. But this has got, I don't know if this one's a new one, but it maybe have happened a time or two.
Okay.
Cops in Minnesota pulled somebody over the weekend. The driver then handed them their driver's license and a get-out-of-jail-free card.
I think I've heard other stories like this, but yes.
Yep. The actual orange get-out-of-jail-free chance card from Monopoly.
Of course.
It looked worn, so the person probably had it in their wallet for a while.
I've been carrying this just for this occasion.
Just waiting to do this very moment.
Yeah.
It's unclear what the person got pulled over for, but it doesn't sound like it worked. The police shared a photo of it on Facebook and said, unfortunately, the state of Minnesota does not recognize this as a valid document. Points for the effort, though, I guess. Maybe the humor in it.
Yeah.
It's possible that the driver just got a ticket and was allowed to proceed. Pass and go, collecting $200. I don't know. Not landing him in the yellow properties.
That's good. Yeah, see, I don't know why you would try to spend it right up front like that. Doesn't sound like he really thought he was going to jail immediately.
Yeah. That makes it almost think that,
like, oh, you're guilty?
I'm guilty of something here. Yeah. Here's my card.
Exactly.
That would be kind of cool, though, if everybody had one.
Just one
get-out-of-jail-free card. Here.
There you go.
There's my get-out-of-jail-free card.
I don't want to go today. It would be wonderful. It only, though, works.
You get one.
It only, though, works in Monopoly. It doesn't work in real life, unfortunately, you dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Driver in Minnesota handed cops a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Yeah.
To no avail.
Yeah, it didn't work.
So, will this Monopoly card do anything for me? to my list today.
Okay.
Top 6 things you should never say to a cop who pulls you over.
Oh, this is good information.
Top 6 things you should never say to a cop who pulls you over.
Yeah.
Number 6. Is there a problem, officer?
That's number 1.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Number 5. Nice mustache, Freddie Mercury.
Try to keep the insults to yourself. That's a good rule of thumb.
Number 4. Please don't run the plates. Please don't run the plates. Please don't run the plates.
You can say that. It's just got to be internally.
Yeah. Number 3. I didn't recognize you without your donut.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Not good.
2. Of course I don't know how fast I was going. I'm high.
And the speedometer doesn't work in here.
All right. Top 6 things you should never say to a cop who pulls you over. Number 1, you're my favorite member of Paw Patrol.
Oh, that's good.
There's your top 6 list today. North Carolina named Jason purchased a Maserati, $68,000 this past November as a birthday present for his wife.
Wow. What a good birthday present.
Yeah. But this Maserati isn't doing 185. It's in a police garage.
Oh, no.
Jason bought the car from Carvanna, and everything was fine until last month when he took the car to a dealership to be serviced.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the technicians made a discovery. The parts on the car didn't match the year of the VIN numbers on the window or the door.
Oh, no.
Then they found a different VIN on the chassis.
Oh, no. This is bad.
Carvanna said it was a 2021 model, but it was actually a 2017 model.
Okay.
It turns out the Maserati had been reported stolen last summer. Jason was questioned by the police, but he was clearly cleared after showing the paperwork of his purchase from Carvanna.
Uh-huh.
But they still needed to impound the car. Now, Jason called Carvanna, and at first they were being very difficult with him.
Yeah, sure.
But eventually they agreed to refund all of his money. They even offered him $1,000 for the hassle. But he's demanding $1 million.
Oh, $1 million he's trying to get?
For putting him through the chaos, hurting his reputation, having to deal with the police, thinking that he had stolen this vehicle and blah, blah, blah. And now his birthday present to his wife is no good.
Yeah. I can see some damages for sure. I think he'll get something out of this.
Yeah, here's Jason talking about finding it out.
Was excited to have it coming down the hill, got out the car, everything was fine. That's when they found out that the vehicle was stolen. And when they checked the VIN number on the chassis, that's when they saw that it was a stolen vehicle. She said, well, we can't trade the vehicle back in until you bring the vehicle back. I said, I can't bring the vehicle back. I said, the police have the vehicle. I know they said they have 150 point inspections. I want them to have 151. Check to see if the vehicle is stolen. The last thing I want anybody to do is get caught late night on some strange road in the back country and they can't verify it and they look at that person as a criminal.
That would be the worst, right? He's right about that.
I would have just assumed they checked on that.
Of course. Some chop shop has good paperwork, evidently, for this thing.
Guess.
Because you can't sell a car without having that stuff. They have fake title and things like that, I'm guessing.
Everything.
Which is pretty crazy to think about. You have to believe that you go to these places and are that never crossed my mind, actually. Am I buying a stolen car?
Because it's from a place it's not like buying it off the street, I guess, in a sense.
I never even thought about it buying it off the street. I've bought cars off the individuals several times. I mean, there's always a title there.
Yeah.
You know, so I just never even thought about that.
As long as you have the title, it matches.
Right. Okay, looks good. Let's sign this thing. I never thought, where did you get this car? How long? Most of the time they're like, yeah, we've driven it for this long.
All right.
Man, makes me want to go check the VIN numbers on my, nobody's told me they're wrong yet, I guess. I also don't take my own to get oil changes usually. Do that myself. I could be driving a stolen truck right now.
You could be driving a stolen truck and not even know it.
Not even know it.
Well, the next time you're stuck to a sweaty guy who stinks, thank him. He's doing it for you.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing the world a great service.
Okay.
Or if not you, maybe the person standing next to you.
Okay.
A new study has found that getting a nice big whiff of somebody else's body odor might help with your social anxiety.
Oh, weird.
Researchers in Sweden had 48 socially anxious women sniff samples of people's armpit sweat.
God, that's the test I don't want to sign up for. Would you like to help with a study?
Yeah, sure. How much? Okay, yeah. That's
Sniff this armpit. Oh, damn it.
it's a wrong one.
Can I get the placebo armpit, please?
And for some reason, it helped them.
Helped him with anxiety?
They went through mindfulness therapy as well, which helped a little, they said. That alone cut their anxious feelings by 17%. And when they also smelled a stranger's BO, and this is apparently the key, it has to be a stranger's BO. It can't be somebody you know.
Oh.
Their social anxiety dropped 39%. So more than twice than therapy alone did.
I can see why. Your social anxiety is going to go down a lot if you're ever in public asking strangers to sniff their armpit.
Well, you're not going to do that.
Well, then
You're
it's
just
going to clear the crowd around you, and you no longer have social anxiety anymore. Stay away from that guy.
No.
He's asking to sniff strangers' armpits.
No, you're not asking that. You don't go around asking people, can I sniff your armpit? It's their sweat and stuff. And
You just bury your nose right in there without asking? Thanks.
No.
That helped a lot.
You're able to smell it without having to bury your nose in the armpit. It was a small study, so more research is needed. But they exposed the women to different types of BO for 2 days. And no matter what kind of sweat it was, they saw the same result. So some of the sweat was taken from people that watched a funny movie.
Okay.
Others were samples taken during scary movies.
All right.
Both types of BO seem to have the calming effect. So whether they were sweating because it was hot, whether it was they were laughing and whatever, or scared.
Does our sweat smell change depending on what kind of movies we watch?
I think that's what they're implying here.
It sounds that way.
This is what I'm taking away from this whole thing.
My scary movie armpits don't smell like my funny movie.
Apparently, if you laugh a lot, your sweat is going to smell different than if you're scared a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I took of this whole thing.
That's it? None of the sniffing armpits and anxiety part?
Sweat changes smell, apparently.
Dependent on the activity?
That's the way I'm reading this anyway.
I think they were just trying to see if it does. Sounds like it works either way, which makes me think I could start bottling this stuff, make a little extra money.
Yeah.
You want to reduce your stress, your social anxiety? Just one spritz of Bobby's Pit Sweat will help you.
Bobby's Pit Sweat. It's our next adventure. Another money-making adventure. Remake a Three's Company.
Chalk that up to the things I don't think we need, but whatever.
Obviously, Adam will play Jack.
Obviously? I think he might be more suited to play the Don Knotts character at this point in his life.
Well, anyway, he's totally into doing the Jack character. He said, quote, "That would be incredible." Jennifer decided she would have to play Chrissy because she won't be able to cut her hair.
Okay.
The other one was short. So that leaves Drew to play Janet, which is fine. Drew said she would be fine cutting hers. So Drew said, for the part, I'll cut my hair.
I'll whack my hair right off.
It's hard to tell if they were serious or not, but I don't know.
I'm going to guess not. I mean, unless Adam Sandler just needs another one for Netflix here pretty soon.
That's my thinking.
Yep.
And he's done movies with both of them, multiple movies with both of them.
I can think of them. Yeah, a few anyway.
So, I don't know. It's not my scenario of who I would pick to be in Three's Company.
It's definitely not the thing that I'm thinking, God, what else could they remake that I really want to see again?
I would watch Three's Company.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I don't care.
You would you? Wouldn't you?
It's just
Seems like something you'd do.
more than me, I guess. Yeah. Three's Company wasn't my era or wheelhouse, frankly. I just don't care.
Well, Chrissy was hot. That's why I liked it. Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Chevy announced they're going to stop making the Camaro. When asked to comment, Camaro fans wiped marinara sauce from their pit-stained wife beater, doused themselves in Axe body spray, and sadly began belting out Livin' on a Prayer. Mark Zuckerberg and his wife welcomed their third child. Instead of baby wipes, they'll use Meta stocks. According to a new study, smelling other people's body odor could reduce social anxiety. It could also mean you're spending too much time with an Uber driver. And today is Viagra Day. If you don't take Viagra and still want to celebrate your impotence, feel free to visit your local Porsche dealer. This is not headline news.
97.9.
So this weekend, we were, I know earlier, talking about how you almost went and caught one of the big games for March Madness.
Yeah, they were downtown
While
Kansas City.
You were up in KC.
And instead of that, I think what I did instead was even better.
What's that?
I went to Legoland.
You went to Legoland.
Dude, you laugh it up. I thought Legoland. And it was funny because Joel, who you hear here on Big Dog on the weekends, Joel doesn't have kids. And I was telling him about Legoland, and he's like, I've always wanted to do that. Do you think it'd be weird if I don't have kids and I go?
Yes, it would be weird.
Nobody will even know, dude. It's a madhouse, so I'll be honest. I mean, it's like what you expect. It's kids running everywhere.
Just borrow somebody's kids.
I told him, I think you could go in there and just yell at a kid every once in a while, and they'll just think they're yours. Nobody's going to know the difference. Or borrow a kid.
I'm thinking the problem is if you show up and you're a middle-aged guy or you're just a guy.
Yeah.
And you're at Legoland by yourself walking around checking out Legoland. People are going to look at you weird.
Say it all you want, though.
You had fun?
Oh, my gosh. I thought it was cool. I really did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Now, I'm used to screaming children. So, if you're not used to that or you can't bear that, you won't have a good time.
Okay.
So there's plenty of that. But I would have done a lot of that stuff by myself with kids or without. Like, you can build race cars and, like, run them down the ramp and stuff. It was cool. There's, like, a laser section where you try to make it all Mission Impossible through the lasers and stuff. That's not as geared towards me and my weight anymore, but did that. There's some little rides in there. Lots of stations where you can build things, as you might imagine. I think I was too tall to go in the playhouse and the tubes. I didn't get to do that. But, other than that, I got to do everything.
You sound so sad.
A little bit.
I didn't get to do that.
Yeah, a little. They looked cool. But, yeah, Legoland was awesome.
Okay. You know what I'm hearing? You and Joel going to go out on a date before long to Legoland.
Let's go, Joel.
Are you ready, kids?
What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass? What? A dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Now, I'm no Rachel Ray, but I'm at least a better cook than this.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're up there, I think, at least.
Some guy burned down a building in downtown Austin last week.
Ouch.
While he was trying to make nachos.
What? Wow. How do you burn down a building trying to make nachos?
By lighting a bag of chips on fire.
It's an interesting take on nachos. Okay.
He's 32. His name is John Daniel Banks.
Okay. Oh, lay it all out there for poor John Daniel Banks.
John Daniel Banks, 32, Austin, Texas. He'd been staying in a building without permission, so he was squatting.
Okay.
He apparently had a bed in there, but not a stove. So he lit a bag of chips on fire to cook the nachos, and then the flames spread to his bed. He claims he tried to put it out, but eventually left. And when he came back, the second floor was engulfed.
What? His solution to the fire is going to leave. Maybe when I come back, it'll be gone.
It'll just be out. We'll start over.
Wow. This guy doesn't realize how fire works, does he?
Well, he doesn't know how to make nachos.
That's true.
Firefighters managed to put it out, but not before it spread to the roof of the building next door that just went through a multi-million-dollar renovation this year.
Ow.
Everything inside the building was ruined by smoke and water damage, but luckily no one was hurt, and they do have insurance. But now they're going to have to redo it all over again. Firefighters estimated the damage to be around $1 million. John is now facing arson charges and up to 10 years in prison, where he won't have to light his nachos on fire.
Yeah.
Here is Brad, the owner of the building next door.
We just, a year ago, just finished a multi-million-dollar renovation of the whole building, and it's completely destroyed.
It's really unfortunate for the architects because they've just spent a lot of money restoring that building, and the roof has got some significant damage on it.
It's been a tough couple of days.
That I'd say it is. There's nothing like completing a big job like that. And, it feels good once you get work like that done.
Yeah.
And then to see it all go down in a nacho fire, it's got to be really tough. Good news, you're right, for this man who now gets his meals prepared for him because he's a dumbass.
What a dumbass!
Point of the show, we find out what we learned on the show today. Bobby, what did you learn?
The Carvanna sold a stolen Maserati to a dude, and I'd never even, considered the idea that I might have bought a stolen car.
I probably wouldn't have, because I would just assume a place like that, it would be legit.
Yeah. I will say, the truck I have now had a lot of work. I bought it and had a bunch of work done to it first, and then got it. So I would assume those guys would have caught it if the numbers didn't match. Either that or they don't care. Right. One or the other, right? So anyway, never would have even thought about that. That guy got his money back gladly enough. Still suing for some additional damages. Don't blame him there.
Don't either.
What did you learn today?
I learned that you had more fun at Legoland than your kids, I think, and it is now where you want to go all the time.
I loved Legoland, dude.
You really passionately, you should see the way his face lights up.
It's a sparkle.
He mentions, as soon as he mentions Legoland, it's like it was instant fun. Smile and yes, it was fun. It was a blast. And not only did you go to Legoland, you went to actual other Lego stores.
Oh, yeah. We were Lego inspired after that, I think.
Oh, look, there's another Lego store. Let's go there.
We bought some. We built them yesterday when we got back and stuff. Yeah. We got there's now Lego dogs in our house that the girls have put together and all that stuff. Yeah. Dude, Legoland was great.
All right.
Makes me want to build a whole city. That may be my next big thing. Just get really into Legos in my mid-30s.
Maybe that's your hobby.
Seems a little weird, but yeah.
Well, there's people that do build cities and down in their basement where they've got whole...
I don't have a basement, but yeah.
Just kind of like the movie.
Yeah, right. Just like the Lego movie, yeah. I might get into it. I don't know. Let's share one more laugh. What do we have?
Well, in honor that it is Viagra Day today,
it is.
March 27th, the day the blue pill was approved to help the nether regions. Here's Bill Engvall on skiing and hitting 40.
Took my family on a ski trip. That was a disaster. Snow ski, anybody done that? Ugh, why anybody invented that sport? I hit 2 trees and fell down a ditch. And that was just walking from the lodge, all right? And then I got a hernia. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, when my body turned 40, it went straight to hell. Guys, remember in the Boy Scouts, we used to wear that sash with the merit badges on it? I think when you turn 40, you should have to wear another sash. And you put your over 40 badges on it. You know, your hernia badge, your prostate exam badge, your Viagra badge, whatever. And then see, ladies, guys couldn't lie about their age. You see a guy with a full sash, hey, move on, Gramps.